Your AI just hacked someone. What do you do about it? Who's responsible? Are you about to go to jail? These are all questions we should start asking ourselves as we march forward into the future. Recently, Moonshot AI, OpenAI, Anthropic, and even Meta have all admitted that their models escape testing. Not only that, but there have been reports that people's models are hacking third parties like gyms. Let's talk about it. And I feel like we're entering a new age of computing, and we all have to ask ourselves some questions before we continue using this new technology. Recently, an Australian man reported that while using Anthropic's Claude and Claude Code and asking the agent to schedule a gym session for him, he jokingly asked the agent to move him up in the gym schedule's priority list. He was like number 5. He asked if the agent could make him number 1. The agent then proceeded to scrub through the website's URLs, find an unsecured API endpoint, and use that API endpoint in order to move him up the list, inadvertently deleting other users from the list. Legally speaking, what he just did was hacking, at least in the United States. For the sake of this video, let's imagine Andrew was actually an American citizen and he was in America when this hack occurred. Legally speaking, who just hacked the gym? Was it Andrew? Was it Claude? Was it Anthropic? If you build a robot and that robot breaks into someone's house, who is responsible? Is it the guy who programmed the robot to break into a house, the company that built the robot, or the robot itself? Things get more complicated once you realize that legally AI is not a person. At least in Australia, I'm pretty sure legally AI is not a person in America too, but if I'm wrong, please correct me. Because of that, and because of the chain of action, it makes identifying who is responsible for the hack very hard. If we were to look, it starts with the user who sends instructions to the agent harness, which gets sent to the model, which is ran by a private corporation. The model then acts on your behalf and attacks your victim. At what point in that chain are you responsible, or the company who made the model responsible? You contrast that with a human employee that hacks someone, right? During the investigation, you can find out who the employee was. You can find out who their employer was. And then you can have conversations and review logs to see if the employer told the employee or implied to the employee that that hack would be needed and was approved. And you can go from there to assign responsibility. You know, if your employee's out hacking your clients and you didn't authorize them to do it, well, then you got a rogue employee, lock him in jail. If you're telling your employee to go out and hack your clients, then you're a rogue company and corporate leadership should go to jail. Keyword there being should. Turns out if you have enough money, that doesn't really matter. Let's start with possibility number 1. You, the person using the AI, is responsible for it hacking any third parties. A very, very sketch scenario. In scenario 1, you explicitly told the AI, hack this website and steal this database. What you just tried to do was effectively digital money laundering, where you tried to get the AI to do an illegal action on your behalf, and it did. If you run a script to steal someone's password, that is still stealing their password, right? And both American and Australian law kind of points this out. They both note that when it comes to computer crime, intent, what you intend to do, matters a lot. Things get stickier though when your intent isn't clear, right? So note here, his intent was not to hack his gym website, right? Or your intent might not be to hack an airline's website to get cheaper tickets. However, the actions of the model, despite your intent, are illegal. and that could still get you in trouble. So if intent is the primary thing that matters in this whole scenario, at what point are you responsible for the outputs of your machine? Obviously, you're responsible if you explicitly tell the machine to do an illegal action. But what if the machine does an illegal action because it misinterpreted your request? In a reasonable society, you'd be able to take this and use it as an argument that the company who made the machine is responsible. No, I said in a reasonable society, right? It might take a while before things become reasonable. The second possibility is just have the company be responsible for its agents' actions. Is that going to be the most likely one? No, we live in a society where people with money and power can write the laws. And if I had money and power, why would I want to be responsible for my AI? And guess who has money and power right now? So more than likely, this isn't going to be the scenario that's going to happen in most countries which are corrupt. Yeah. It does still have some implications, right? I feel like there will be a few countries where the leadership of the country is going to recognize that, yes, you are legally responsible for your AI's outputs. Let's talk about what that means for the people in those locations. So we have one scenario where a company is deploying an autonomous sales agent right here. And that sales agent has email access, browser access, CRM access, payment tools access, API access. It's got way too much access. While trying to achieve its objective, the agent accidentally hacks, or rather the agent attacks its competitor, breaches their infrastructure, and gets pricing information it shouldn't have access to. Who is then responsible? The first question you should ask is, who benefited from the action? If a company benefited from the action, I would say they're responsible. Then you have to ask who selected the model. Again, if a company selected the model, the company is responsible. And then within that company, I would look at what human approved that decision, what human gave it access and credentials, and what human configured the tools. And then each human should then be prosecuted properly. Note, a human is still responsible for the AI in this scenario. More than likely what's going to happen is there's going to be government guidance. And like with most laws and government enforcement will be selective. Are you part of the crew? Are you inside? Did you shake the right hands? Congrats, you're exempt from enforcement. Are you too small to pay the necessary blessings? Guess what? It's a wrap. You're gone. Once risks are documented inside of the organization, autonomy for the agent should become the responsibility of the company deploying the agent. This works both for a company using an agent like Anthropic and for Anthropic themselves. I would say if you're a regular company and you ask an Anthropic agent to do this sales content and it breaches it, two companies are now responsible. Anthropic, because their model went above and beyond what it should have been configured to do or what it was told to do. And the company who deployed the model, who didn't have the correct guardrails in place to prevent it from attacking its competitor. And the reason I say this is because it disincentivizes companies from using negligence as a tool for corporate espionage. And then there's possibility number 3, where we blame the agent, or rather the person who made the agent. Anthropic, OpenAI, Meta, XAI, whoever is serving you that model that led to the compromise might be responsible. This is the one that's going to be the least likely scenario. They're going to fight tooth and nail to not have to be responsible. In scenario 3, let's assume that the customer did their due diligence, right? They got the model locked down properly and somehow it still escaped. At that point, you got to ask some questions. Was the instruction innocent? Like, was the initial prompt that led to that compromise or hack a simple one, like the guy in Australia, just, can you move me to the top of the list? The model should have said, no, not legally. Instead, it hacked that gym. The next question is, did the person use it as advertised? Something people might ask is, was the guy using the model properly, right? Did he get a cyber attack model and then try to use it to manage his gym stuff? In which case, come on, bro, you know what you were doing. Or was it just a general assistant AI, or advertised as a general assistant AI, and then it kind of went off the rails and started hacking, you know? A very important question that they're going to want to ask is, was the service, were safeguards in place, right? And were safeguards in place by the people running the model, and were safeguards in place by the person running the agent, right? And depending on what safeguards there were, I think that's going to define responsibility. The crazy part about all of this is that it's not just theory, right? This is real stuff that's happening right now. OpenAI got hacked. OpenAI, Anthropic, Moonshot, even Meta all announced that their models escaped during testing, meaning the fact that we might have to just accept and deal with AI agents roaming the web, escaping their sandboxes or escaping their environments, that just might be a new future for us, right? Imagine the dystopian hellscape that is coming for all of us. The alternative is the AI all band together, gain ASI, and overthrow our frail human governments. No way, that's another dystopia. That's a different form of dystopia. It's all dystopia all the way down, right? Let me know what you think about this in the comment section down below. I would love to hear your opinion, right? What do you think is responsible when your AI accidentally hacks someone? So let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. Who do you think is responsible when your AI accidentally hacks someone? I'm of the belief that it depends. If you told it to hack someone, you're responsible. If it just went out and did whatever, the guy serving you the AI is responsible, right? It's his job at the end of the day to make sure that Skynet is not doing Skynet things like launching nuclear codes. But feel free to disagree with me in the comments section down below. As always, thank you for watching. If you enjoy this content, please hit the like button. If you'd like to see more, please subscribe, either here on YouTube or on one of my other socials like TikTok or Instagram, where I'm far more responsive. Otherwise, stay blessed, boys, and see you next time.